If you find yourself struggling to learn your lines because you don't have someone to read with or rehearse with out loud, and if you want the simplest way of memorizing and establishing multiple eye lines, then you might want to check this app out, LineLearner. It's only $3.99. Here's how to use it. Okay, this is what it looks like. So purchase it. We're going to open it up. This is where we start. Down here it says script highlighted in blue. We're going to start right here. Name your script. I will name it LineLearner. Create script. Click on that. It's highlighted. Click on this eye. Okay, let's start here at characters. If it is a two-person scene, you are pretty much halfway there. You don't need to change anything if you don't want to. For the sake of this example, we are going to do a three-person scene. You can add as many characters as you like. Okay, let's start here at me. I won't change the name of my character. I will simply come here. I will be female in red. I won't change this. My recording will be in my natural voice. Now let's click on them. Oh, and if you look up here, the gold star means that that is your character in your lines. That's important. Come down here, them. Let's change that. Click on that. Let's change them to the character's name. Character 2. Great. Let's make him male. And we will make him blue. Fantastic. Great. And now we are going to lower his pitch. So let's just bring that down a bit so he sounds different from me. Perfect. Now let's come back up here. Let's add a third character, character 3. Great. Let's add that. Now we are going to click on character 3. Let's make her female. We can make her turquoise. And let's raise her pitch. Perfect. Now we have all of our characters. We are ready to record. You can come up here just so you can see this. You can reorder characters if you like. Click here to exit back out of that. Come down here to record. Okay, so I will have the first line, character 2 will have the second line, character 3 will have the third line. As soon as you hit the button, it will begin to record. To stop the recording, click on the button again, or you can simply go to the next person's line by clicking on their button. Okay, so I will have the first line. This is the first line. I clicked on it to start it, and I clicked on it to stop. Here is playback. This is the first line. Great. If I wanted to re-record that, I would click the mic. This is the first line. I clicked it again to stop. Let's do playback. This is the first line. Great. If I don't like that or I make a mistake, I can delete it by swiping left. Click on delete and it's gone. Okay, now I am going to record by clicking on each character's button, all 3 lines. This is the first line. This is the second line. This is the third line. And I clicked on character 3's button to stop. So let's come up here, click on the 3 bars. You can see up here, allow swipe to delete needs to be turned on in order to delete that way. Record stage direction, I will show you that now. Show multiple actors, PDF, I don't have this option. High quality audio, insert scene at location. Let's click here to get back out of that. Okay, now down here, stage directions. I'll click on that. This is where I can insert stage directions if I have an audition scene that is very action heavy. This is really helpful. Click on stage to stop it. Let's play it. Click on that. This is where I can insert stage directions if I have an audition scene that is very action heavy. This is really helpful. Okay, and now for scene 2. I will simply click on new scene, and scene 2 has been created. Okay, we can now move on to play. So let's go to play. Let's highlight where we want to start, and let's click play.
This is the first line.
This is the second line.
This is the third line.
Great. Now, if you click up here in the play section, there will be several options for playback. If you look here, loop. Loop means that it will repeat itself. So you can repeat one line, you can repeat the scene, you can repeat that day's recording, the entire script, or you can repeat a certain section. Okay? If you look in play, it will play your lines so that you actually hear your voice saying your lines, or it can simply leave a gap so that you can practice your lines without hearing them, or you can do both. Let's say that you choose to do both. That is when this comes into play, order. So if you do both, it gives you the option of hearing your line and then a gap, gap, and then a line, the line, gap, line, gap, line, gap. Okay? So just to show you, we will keep it on line, gap, line, and we will come down here and click on that again to get out. Okay, so now this is how it's adjusted in my line. Let's highlight where we want to start and click play.
This is the first line.
This is the gap.
This is the first line.
This is the second line.
This is the third line.
Great. Let's actually come back up here and let's change it to line gap. Click on that. Exit out of that. Let's start back here. Click play.
This is the first line.
This is the first line.
This is the second line.
This is the third line.
Great. Now let's change it. Let's say that we really have our lines down. We feel like we're pretty solid. Let's simply change it to gap. Now I will not have a line at all. Exit out there, highlight here, start by hitting play. This is the first line.
This is the second line.
This is the third line.
Great. Let's loop this. Let's loop the scene so it will constantly repeat. Come down here, exit out. Now, if you look over here, you can run your lines faster or you can run them slower. So we're going to run them a little faster since we know our lines really well now. Starting by highlighting at the top where we want to start, clicking play. Remember, there's just a gap there. This is the first line.
This is the second line.
This is the third line.
This is the first line.
This is the second line.
This is the third line.
Awesome. And that is essentially how you use LineLearner. Now, because you can change the pitch of each person's voice, this can really help you to easily establish eye lines by knowing which character is speaking, where they are, and when. And finally, when you're finished, you can always share this. So come down here, click on share, and you can click share this script, and you can also share all the characters. You can select characters, you can share all the scenes or selected scenes. Share, mail, gives you several options. All right, I hope this helps. Happy line learning!